On the spot news media, we got the latest news. We don't care about the views, we just representing right. Put local news internationally every night. On the spot, wave that Jamaican flag from left to right. Let's get it right, y'all know the type. We ain't dealing with the hype. We make it take flight.
Yeah man, my viewers and subscribers, what go on? A blessed and wonderful Saturday morning to each and every person out there tuning into On The Spot News Media. Now my peeps, I don't know how we do it over on this side each and every morning. We have to give thanks and praise to the Most High Creator for the preservation of life, because life is indeed the greatest. So in the morning, my peeps, I have a few stories to share with you, the regular members of Chan Public and also members of the diaspora. So please like the video, share the video, watch the entire vlog so you can get a full understanding and a better appreciation of everything we are going in a Jamaica. So watch this now, my peeps, in the morning here to the name Saturday the day when some of the regular ones and ones them out there traverse the church. So happy Sabbath to you all. But whilst doing so, my peeps, please remember On The Spot News Media, its loyal viewers and subscribers in your immediate prayers. You definitely see how Jamaica run right now, so you know for sure. So we need that now more than ever. And to all of the regular ones and ones them out there traversing these streets from Moran Point to the grill point, whether you're going to the market district for get a little onion, skilling and thyme, or you're just going about your regular business as usual, my peeps. Safe travel, pan the gravel, and continuously look out on the corner yai Kazwa, the old dirty corner boy them. Always out there. Alerts, yeah man. So in the morning, my peeps, we're gonna kick it off with some updated stories. Now, yesterday marked a very gloomy day at the Holmwood Technical High School in Manchester, where the bus driver of the Holmwood bus, the coaster bus that is assigned to Holmwood Technical High, was murdered on the compound of the school right before the auditorium. Now, the police are stating that they have made a breakthrough into that fatal knockings and clappings, as several suspects have been held in connection with that fatality of the Holmwood Technical High School bus driver. Now, the man in question has since been identified as this man presently on your screen, Rohan Gentles, but he's more popularly known by his peers as Scrooge. The incident happened sometime after 8 a.m. and that is basically shortly after school had begun. Mr. Gentles, who was 47 years old, was preparing to transport the school's football team to a match when he was attacked by a lone gunman. Now, head of the Manchester Police Division, that's Deputy Superintendent Kerry Duncan, says the suspects were apprehended in Clarendon. So we're going to hear from the Deputy Superintendent as he weighs in on this latest spate of violence in his police division. Listen.
This bastard act was perpetrated by a lone gunman who lay in wait for him at his school gate, at his workplace. After the incident, he escaped in a motor vehicle that was waiting some distance away. Immediately after the incident, our operational investigation machinery was put in place and some serious work was done. It led us over into a neighboring parish of Clarendon, where a vehicle was intercepted and some persons taken in custody. As it stands now, those persons have been interviewed. We're hoping to move the investigation further.
The Deputy Superintendent in charge of the Manchester Police Division, along with Security Minister Dr. Horace Chang, visited the school compound on Friday evening. So meanwhile, Education Minister, that's Dr. Donna Morris Dixon, has expressed profound sadness over Friday's tragic fatal knockings and clappings. In a statement the same day, the minister extended condolences to Rohan Gentles' family, friends, and the entire Holmwood Technical High School community. So now we are going to hear from the Minister of Education as she weighs in on this latest spate of violence affecting our nation's schools. Listen.
The Ministry of Education is extremely saddened by what took place on the campus of Holmwood Technical High School this morning, where a driver tragically and senselessly lost his life. We want to express condolences to the family of the driver and the entire school community who we know are in mourning and are hurting really badly at this time. The ministry is committed to working with the school community to provide whatever support the community needs as they go through this very difficult time. The ministry is also going to be doing a review of the safety and security protocols at the school so that we can identify where there are any gaps and strengthen measures to safeguard our children and the wider school community. We stand with Holmwood Technical High School. We know that our schools should be places where our children go to learn, to develop, to become the best that they can be. And today, that was not the case. And so I say to the Holmwood family that the ministry is going to be supporting you. We are here and we'll do everything we can to make sure that you have whatever support is necessary.
That was the voice of Senator Donna Morris Dixon, the newly appointed Minister of Education, Youth and Information. Now, in another update, detectives assigned to the Major Investigations Division, that's the MID, have charged a man in relation to the gun attack at the football match in Pleasant Heights, Rockford, Kingston last month that left 5 people no longer among the land of the living and 2 others seriously injured. Now, the criminal element who has been charged by the police has since been identified as 24-year-old Dimitri Malcolm, otherwise known as Bima or Dima in the streets. He's from the troubled, war-torn, crime-riddled Dunkirk community in the Eastern Kingston Police Division. I don't have a picture for the criminal element as yet, but trust and believe I will get one very soon so you can see the person in question. So he was charged with 5 counts of fatal knockings and clappings, conspiracy to the knockings and clappings, 2 counts of wounding with intent with the use of a firearm. He was also charged for possession of prohibited weapon and unauthorized possession of ammunition. His court date has not yet been finalized. So for those who forget about the knockings and clappings that were going on, reports from the police suggest that sometime around 7 p.m. on Monday, October 21, individuals were at a football match in the community when Malcolm and his accomplices opened gunfire at the crowd, hitting 7 persons. So by now, we don't know who and who get slaughtered in that brutal onslaught. Mendez, his son, along with other top-tier criminals from outer Rockford, they so get mashed up. And the Spot News Media covered that story extensively. We want to get a vivid outlook on happenings surrounding that particular knockings and clappings. Now, following an investigation, the criminal element Malcolm was arrested on Saturday, November 9th in his community. He was charged following a question and answer session in the presence of his attorney. His accomplices are still being sought by the police. Yeah, man. So another decent spot of work again by the squad of them. And in the last update, my peeps, when you remember the fatal knockings and clappings were going on at St. Elizabeth there on Thursday, October 17, where this 62-year-old man lost his life, identified as Agri at Kingston. It took place in Magati in the parish of St. Elizabeth. Well, 2 men were caught by the police with 2 illegal firearms and several rounds of ammunition at a bar in Gutters earlier this month, and they have been charged with his fatal knockings and clappings. Well, the criminal elements has since been identified as Sean Reed, 35-year-old, said to be a chef. Them call him Soji in the streets. And his accomplice, 30-year-old Romano Smile, said to be an electrician. Them come from Knockpatrick in the parish of Manchester. So now we are going to hear from Superintendent Coleridge Minto, head of the St. Elizabeth Police Division. He also stated that the men are going to be facing additional charges. Listen.
Both of them were charged with the offenses of murder, conspiracy, robbery with aggravation, using a firearm to commit a felony, possession of prohibited weapon, unauthorized possession of ammunition. There are also 2 other suspects that we are pursuing as it relates to this investigations, and at an appropriate time I will name them as persons of interest for the public.
Now over there in the St. Andrews Central Police Division, the Rousseau Primary School was the scene of another fatal knockings and clappings. Now the man in question who was on the receiving end of those fatal bullets has since been identified as a 36-year-old taxi operator from Barbican Road, Deshawn Newry. Investigators says sometime around 8:55 a.m., Deshawn Newry dropped off his daughter at the school located along Ricketts Crescent. He was returning to his vehicle when he was attacked by a criminal element armed with a firearm who conned him up multiple times. The gunman made good his escape in a waiting grey Toyota Probox motor car. Deshawn Newry was rushed to the hospital in a bid to save his life, but he was pronounced you-know-what upon arrival. Another taxi operator lost his life in a similar manner whilst dropping off his daughter at the same school on the 14th of October. So basically, that was a month ago. My peeps, the thing definitely set away right now on the ground in a Jamaica, because the school still no recover from last month's knockings and clappings, and we have another parent brutally gunned down in the presence of students, teachers, and other parents on the same school compound. Boy, I mean, I tell you, well, it was just outside of the school compound. But trust me, it not look good. Our kids are traumatized. That's the reason why we have so many messed up young people in today's society. Growing up in these conditions will leave lasting mental effects on some of these kids. Boy, I tell you, the thing rough. Now over there in the St. Catherine South Police Division, in the community of Old Harbour, the Old Harbour Police has launched an investigation into a $7 million in cash theft from a car. The incident occurred on Tuesday in the parking lot of Stewart's Hardware. But a senior investigator says that the police cannot divulge any information at the moment as the investigation is at a delicate stage. CCTV footage seen by On The Spot News Media showed a man dressed in a hat, short pants and shirt running from a Toyota Probox with a bag in his hand and through the premises main exit. This was after the male owner of the vehicle raised an alarm upon returning to the vehicle. $7 million just thrown down in a vehicle just so. So according to information shared with the police, the businessman had just withdrawn the funds from inside a commercial bank based in Old Harbour before travelling to Stewart's Hardware compound. While the police haven't shared much information, it is believed that the victim was a clear target by criminals who might have had prior knowledge about the financial transaction and took advantage of an indiscreet moment or lapse in concentration. So in a nutshell, my peeps, him get set up inside eyes, make the criminal elements them know, say him have a portion of cash pan him. But I think luckily for him, he left it in the car. Because if he carried it on his person, them boy they could have slap him away and take the loot, see him way. So I guess everything work out or it for work out. You're still among the land of the living. You have a chance to work and earn back that type of food again. So give thanks. Yeah, man. Now over there in Western Jamaica, coming out of the troubled war-torn, crime-riddled St. James Police Division, a 16-year-old St. James boy has been charged by the police for being among persons who allegedly engaged the police in a knockings and clappings in Gutbottom in Granville, St. James. He has been charged with possession of prohibited weapon, 2 counts of knockings and clappings with intent, using a firearm to commit a felony and discharging a firearm in any place. The incident took place on Tuesday, November 12th. Now, reports from the Montego Bay police are that sometime around 4 p.m. on that day, lawmen were on patrol in the area when they saw a Toyota Yaris motor car that fitted the description of the vehicle that is believed to be used by the robbers earlier that day. Now, upon the approach of the police, men reportedly exited that motor vehicle and fired a portion of can in their directions. In the report, the officers stated that they took evasive action and returned gunfire at the men. It is said that the men ran in different directions. The area was searched by the police and the teen was found with a can-up wound. It is said that he was assisted to the hospital where he was treated. During the investigation, the teen was charged. His court date has not yet been finalized. The police says that his accomplices is being sought by them. So another decent spot of work again by the squaddy them. Yeah, man. So anyway, my peeps, remember to like, share, subscribe to the channel. Stay tuned to On The Spot News Media as I continue to bring you fresh news and updates in subsequent newscast. On The Spot News Media. Yeah, man.